So I went to Target earlier. Actually I went with my friend Emmy and we just like ran some errands. She had to get groceries and then I want to pick up some stuff as week 1 starts tomorrow. I know, week 1 of winter quarter officially starts tomorrow. So I want to get like a new binder. I always get a binder at the start of every quarter for all my materials, and then also a new notebook. And just to spice it up a little bit, like this white cover is very boring, so I'm gonna make like a little thing that says like winter quarter and like do some calligraphy or hand lettering or something just to make it a little more cuter. And then I also need to print out all the syllabuses. Is there a plural for syllabuses? Syllabi? I need to print all of those out for the classes I'm taking and just like organize them in my binder and then write down my class schedule in my planner. Also, since it's a new year, like today's January 2nd, I had to get a planner for the new year. So officially saying goodbye to my 2021 planner and switching over to my 2022 planner. And guys, this is so cute. I got this planner from Target and I'm obsessed. So I just love all things stationery. So this is the front of the planner and then this is the inside. I love how there's just so much free space to write, and then I love how it has this as a border, like the border matches the front cover. Thoughts on winter quarter starting tomorrow? Honestly, I'm kind of feeling a little anxious just because I have so many difficult classes I'm taking this quarter, and then also I'm already more than halfway done with my junior year and I feel like I've lost so much time and so much of my college experience to COVID. Also, the first 2 weeks of winter quarter are going to be online. That's what they've said so far, and then they're going to reassess at the end of the 2 weeks to see if we can go back to campus for our classes or if they need to make more weeks remote online. Honestly, okay, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't mind classes being online just because it saves so much time in terms of like walking to class. Like, since I live pretty far away from class, and even people who live on campus, like in the dorms, the walk to class is so far, and I've just found it to be, I can save a lot of time when classes are virtual. And then also when classes are virtual, it's easier to go over the material again because I can like replay the PowerPoints and stuff or like replay the lecture slides. Whereas when you're like in actual physical class, you know, you can't really replay that. You gotta like take all the notes then and there. But I definitely don't want to sacrifice like the actual college experience. Like, I definitely don't want the social aspect of college to be just online. I feel like that's what a lot of college is about, like getting to meet new people and like clubs and extracurriculars. So yeah, as much as I'm like fine with like the lectures and stuff being recorded and being virtual, I just really hope that winter quarter doesn't go entirely virtual. Let's get on into decorating the binder. What I think I'm gonna do is kind of have like a little floral theme. Let's actually go pick out what calligraphy markers I'm gonna use, because I don't know if I've showed you guys, but I have a pretty crazy calligraphy pen addiction collection. This is what we are working with. When I say I have a crazy calligraphy pen addiction, like these are all Tombow brush pens. I think like right here is like 3 or 4 packs. I just always ask for them for gifts, and like my friends always know that I love them, so they always give them to me as gifts. These are Crayola markers. Over here I have some like specialty calligraphy pens. So these are the Tombow Fudenosuke pens, and I have like a bunch of different colors. Ooh, another calligraphy pen I like are the Faber-Castell, I believe these are pronounced. They're Pitt Artist Pen. I have a lot of these as well. These ones also are really good. I don't know what brand they are, but they're the Touch pens, and they just have like a really flexible tip, and they're really great for any sort of hand lettering. Actually, fun fact, I used to work for a hand lettering company. I know that sounds kind of obscure, like what is a hand lettering company? But actually it's an app. You can find it in the app store. It's called Punk Post, and basically what it was like a card company where there was someone who would design cards and you could like send out cards. So I was like that person who would like actually write the message for you. So let's say someone wanted to order a card and send it to their mom. mom, but they didn't want to actually write and like design the card. They could just go onto the app and then type in what they wanted and then type in their mom's address, like where the card would be sent to, and then there would be a middleman, which is the like artist person, and they would design the card, like put in any doodles and like make it all like pretty and floral and fancy looking. So yeah, that used to be my job for like 2 years, 3 years, 2.5 years. Yeah, I did it all the time in high school and I absolutely loved it. So that's kind of where my calligraphy obsession really flourished, and why I have so many pens. Oh, also one more brand I forgot to show you guys. These are the Zig Clean Color dot pens. These are actually dot pens, like literally you just like dot it and it creates like polka dots, like just dotting tool. But yeah, if anyone else is a stationery pen connoisseur addict, hit me up because I love bonding with people about these things. Also, I am half Japanese and like Japan is the mecca of all things stationery. Their department stores just have floors dedicated to stationery and pens. It's literally my heaven. So yeah, let's pick out some colors for my little design I'm gonna do for my binder. Of course, we're gonna go with pink because pink is my favorite color. You know, sometimes when you are working on something and then you just do something that completely F's it up? Yeah, well, that was me. You know, the lettering I'm happy with, and then I decided to go for some squiggly green things. Like, what the heck even was it? It literally looks like a kindergartner did this. You know, I was trying to go for something abstract. Clearly I missed. So then I just kind of gave up and then added some hearts, which clearly don't go. But you know what, it's fine. It's just going to be the cover of my binder. So let's put this in to this. Yay! Oh, and then take off this sticker. Okay, and then I think I'm also going to decorate the front of this, just write like winter quarter on it. Don't worry, I'm not actually signed up for 5 classes. Well, I mean, I'm signed up for them, but I'm not actually gonna take 5 classes this quarter. That would be atrocious. I'm gonna take 3. What I'm doing is I signed up for 5 because that's the maximum amount of units that I have. And then what I'm gonna do is test them out for the first 2 weeks, and then by the end of the 2 weeks, drop 2 of them. That way I can just like test what classes are gonna work best with my schedule, and you know, if there's like a really hard class or a class I'm not really vibing with, I can just drop that one. So yeah, it's a good way to see what classes you really want to actually take in a quarter, and I highly recommend that, like if you have extra units, to pick up an extra one that you think that you might be interested in, just so that you have all your options open. So these are the 5 classes that I'm currently signed up for. So we have Chinese 2, which is a continuation of my language requirement, Econ 106, Econ 112, Management 120A, and Management 127A. So I know I'm 100% gonna keep Chinese 2 because it's like a requirement. I have to take it this quarter in order to complete my language requirement. And then I'm definitely probably gonna keep Econ 106 just because that's a requirement for my major. But yeah, I'm still deciding which one of these three I'm gonna keep because I have to take one of them for my major requirement, but it can be any of the three. So we're gonna test which one I like, see which professor I like, and determine by the end of the week. Now what I'm gonna do is print out the syllabuses for each of the classes, and then put that in my binder, and then also write down what days the classes meet and put those in my planner. So make sure I'm set for the start of the quarter that starts tomorrow. Okay. Yay, I got all the syllabuses now.
So welcome to Chinese 2, 中文2. So I can see it when you participate, okay? So sometimes you
or classmates that are interested in enrolling. It's the department, the economics department makes those decisions. So the first plan for today is to go over the syllabus is traditional. We'll probably maybe just get started into the first lecture today, but most likely we'll really get into that on Thursday. That brings us to something called the CAPM model, capital asset pricing model, and it most likely is foreign to you. You haven't heard this before, but in the world of finance, the CAPM is one of the cornerstones of modern portfolio theory, and so you're going to have a very good understanding of that by the end of this class. And that also reminds me, if and when you ever, somewhere down the road, you decide to turn February 15th, and that's going to be during the class, so for everything we've discussed over the 10 weeks, will be 45%. That's the way it's that's going to happen. I don't like to go fast. I try to make sure we're all learning together and we're all on the same page. So most likely we'll get $12 million into a company, one single stock, or real estate or bonds or something, like invest in one thing. But if you decide to
So what we have here is basically this is a less than 190th day share, right? So we can see that this has fallen over time. In the 90 very, very low income levels, which is still a lot of people. On the other hand, the other side of it is it's fallen from 40% to less than 10%. A lot of this fall has to do with changes in China. So China in the 50s, 60s, even into the 70s, of course, there's a huge population, 1 billion people, but almost everybody was very were in Asia, right? And that is true to a much less extent now. India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, South Asia still has very large numbers of poor people, but you can see that this has really changed dramatically. And within those countries as well, there's also been a lot of change. So now, this is a projection, right, from 2015. So here, sorry, this is 2015, right? And so this is kind of the